Cinesmack contains spoilers of the spoiling type. If you don't want your spoilers spoiled, please turn back now. Otherwise, enjoy the show!
Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. Lawrence?
Ladies and gentlemen! Welcome to the main event! This is Cinesmack! And the winner is...
Hello, Cinesmacketeers, and welcome to Bout 184 of Cinesmack, the podcast about films by filmmakers. Tonight, I am your host, Gabriel Rowald. Joining me tonight is our panel of award-winning judges. First, filmmaker and owner of Cheshire Moon Films, Tom, May the Wings of Liberty Never Lose a Feather, Haggis.
Put the glasses on. Put them on. Please put them on. That's the best line of all of these movies.
Put them on.
Just put them on.
Put them on.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just put them on.
I was
make
less
me
than
fight you.
enthralled. Yeah. Yeah. Start 10 minute fight.
Next, filmmaker and owner of Arizona Ink Studios, Andrew, would you stop rubbing your body up against mine? Because I can't concentrate when you do that. Zoomwalt.
I mean, that definitely happens. And we take what we want and we leave the rest, just like your salad bar.
Wow. I'm not sure how to take that. Next is writer, actor, and director Kyle. Brother, life's a bitch and she's back in heat. Fine.
Pork Chop Express is what I call my car. You thought I was going to say penis.
And last but not least, filmmaker and owner of Southsider Studios, I've come here to chew bubblegum and review movies. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Keeler.
Just remember what old Mike Keeler does when the subwoofer quakes and the popcorn falls from the sky and the silver screens shake. Yeah, Mike Keeler just looks at that big old movie right square in the eye and he says, "Give me your best shot, pal. I can take it."
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, I have to say that Mike was really excited to be a panelist for this episode. So you're stuck with me as a host. I hope that Tom. Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
I know.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Jeez. I thought it would be worse if Tom's daughter's friends were on the live stream tonight.
Oh yeah.
But apparently my own compatriots are like booing me.
No, you got to have a couple hours of tweens bullying you.
Oh my God. I don't know.
Great.
I don't know. Have you recovered from that, Kyle?
I'm still in
That was
therapy.
hard. Yeah, I know. That was tough. I felt for you. They sided with me on that night, but tonight, if they're listening, they might rip me a new one. I don't know. Anyway, Mike was excited because in this episode we're smacking a couple of John Carpenter classics up against each other to see which one prevails, which one will win this extended fight scene. So without further ado, let's poke the magical alien monkey to see what we're in for. No, I did not assassinate Kennedy.
Oh, that was the wrong one.
We gotta pay for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, bubblegum chewing badasses and tenacious long-haul truckers. Welcome to the main event. Tonight, dueling dramas of danger and daring get down and dirty in a John Carpenter jamboree. Will they live, see success, Big Trouble take home the big trophy. In the first corner, from 1988, written by Ray Nelson and John Carpenter, directed by John Carpenter, starring May Foster, Keith David, and Robbie Piper. They live! In the second corner, from 1986, written by Gary Goldman, David Z. Weinstein, and W.D. Richter. Directed by John Carpenter. Starring Dennis Dunn, Gil Cattrall, and Kurt Russell. Big Trouble in Little China.
All right, John Carpenter fans, are you ready for this? I don't think Tom is, but I think some people are ready for this episode.
Yeah, I was gonna
So
say, what about the rest of us?
Yeah, some of us are ready for it. So let's go ahead. Were you gonna say, Mike?
No, go ahead.
Let's just get right into it and get into writing with Andrew.
Okay. Yeah, I guess let's talk a little bit about writing. I'm going to talk about Big Trouble in Little China first. The best way I can describe the plot of this movie is a 13-year-old's fever dream. It basically is all of the things that you think of when you're playing with your He-Man characters and your G.I. Joes, and you've got some ninjas over here, and you've got this weird furry thing from I don't know where, and they all show up, and you kind of just put them all together and hope that He-Man can rescue the Barbie. And you made a movie. And the dialogue is, in my opinion, very fun. It's wild, crazy, over the top, cute little quips. It feels very, some of it maybe not even written, but I don't know if they actually did that back then. But it feels very like people were just saying things. There are some great moments. There are some bizarre moments that watching Raiden take on what three Raidens basically take on like a bunch of your stereotypical ninja / just Chinese gang members all kind of in one is something that you have to see at least once in your life, because it's in slow-mo time, not really, but they fly through the air and attack each like it. There's just so many bizarre things. I can't even remember all of them that happened in this movie, from magic and myths, and it is a wild ride. And the three of these guys that got together and wrote this and was like, yep, this is a movie, they accomplished something that very few have, and that is a fun, memorable movie that people have watched a lot. They Live. No. They Live. I felt that the writing for They Live was so stretched on a premise that it was roughly about 45 minutes too long. Maybe that's even stretching it even then. There's at one point your main character and your kind of sub main character fight because one of them won't put on sunglasses. It's like there's a fight scene where he's trying to force him to do heroin or something, but it's just put the damn sunglasses on, and they get into it. They like almost kill each other. Fist fight. It is the most bizarre. Like that could have just been not there, and it would have been fine. Like it was so weird. The story feels like it doesn't really have an ending. Like it just kind of ends. They blow up the satellite and then it's over. Everyone can see the aliens. We don't really know. At one point visit their little transporter thing. We're not really sure how you get in the club. The resistance is destroyed. Like it's so weird. Like, yeah, I don't really, I know that the story is trying to, it feels like it's trying to tell more of a point than it is trying to tell a story of fun. And that's, that magazines and news and movies are, hurting your brain and you're being brainwashed and you're not thinking for yourself and stuff, which you could apply to today with phones and stuff like that. But it was a long ways to get there. That's all I can say. Neat premise. Sunglasses. There's probably some really great lines. I mean, we all know the bubblegum and the kick-ass line. Weird movie that came out of that.
Yeah, that bubblegum line, I don't know the story behind it, but that really feels like something Roddy Piper would have come up with.
Yes.
It sounds like something he would have
100%.
said cutting a promo on someone, 20 years ago.
Don't take my trivia, Kyle.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that. Yeah.
This is just our gut. This is just our gut. Yeah.
Got a good gut.
So, as far as the writing goes, They Live, yes. I feel like They Live starts as more of a mystery movie where you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Like, what is so strange about this? You're almost trying to figure out what the premise of the movie is. You are introduced to a character, but you don't really know, other than he's kind of down on his luck, what's going on in the bigger world. It takes a while to start to see some of the mystery, like the guy hacking through on the TV and all the homelessness going, and you kind of get an idea that, okay, something is slightly off in this world. And then when you get to him, going into the church and discovering the glasses and finding out there's like this underground resistance, I think it's an interesting premise. Can it carry an hour and 45-minute movie or whatever? Yeah, that's stretching it. The fight scene, when we talk about it in acting and directing, I think it's wonderful. Because to me, it is as close to what a real fist fight between two windy older men would be like. Like, it's not like a kung fu martial arts action. We get a lot of that in Big Trouble in Little China. This is really just like two guys just punching each other until they can't, and then they get up and start punching each other more. And it has become iconic in some circles. I mean, South Park did a shot-by-shot remake of it between Jimmy and Timmy, which I liked it. Now, is it great in all places? No. And the ending, when it's very self-sacrificial, one of your main protagonists dies off screen in a flash of white. I don't think they got that far, and I don't think they ever intended to. I think it's a loose satire on, it's an on-the-nose satire of consumer culture and conspiracy theory type stuff, but it is enjoyable, a little slow, and it starts off confused and changes tones a few times, but some great lines, undoubtedly some great and memorable lines. Big Trouble in Little China is a movie that I think, they say like, why does this movie exist? Or you turn your brain off or whatever. And these are like dumb movies. Big Trouble in Little China is a movie where I feel like someone wrote down and go, let's write something incredibly fun and weird and kind of crazy. If you told me someone wrote this movie under the influence of psychoactive drugs, I would believe you. It is a mishmash.
Then why didn't they make that movie?
Oh,
the one you're describing.
Yeah, I think
you're
Big
taking
Trouble in
his
Little
trivia again.
Yeah, don't take the trivia about the movie not being fun.
I don't have trivia on that.
Yeah, I thought Big Trouble in China is quite a bit of fun, and it's people having fun on the screen. And the dialogue also is great. I don't know how much of it is improvised by Kurt Russell again, but he's so goddamn charismatic. And it's wonderful. But some of it is so over the top. It's almost parody level. Like, I can't tell if it's good acting or bad acting. Are you trying to act this poorly? Like, is it part of the shtick? Is it supposed to be campy? Because it definitely feels campy. And they're literal monsters and guys blowing up like, I mean, the guy blows up like, he looks like a garbage pail kid. That was great. But yeah, it's also a very thin premise that's stretched too long, but it has some fun dialogue. These movies have that in common.
Yeah, I think John Carpenter has that problem. A good premise, but doesn't necessarily always stick to landing. I agree with you totally on They Live. I feel like it's a really great idea. And all I wanted was something in there for me to care about. Nada. You know, Frank, he's got a wife and kids, you know, he's telling you that quite a few times, but like Nada, it's like, we don't know. And I get the play on his name, Nada, but just give him some backstory, right? Like I know he talks about when he was growing up, but that's just not enough. And
Anything.
Right. And it also...
Did you just say it's not enough?
Not enough.
Did we know?
Why is anything clever? The movie needs clever shit like that.
Right, but it also like when he turns and he just goes in and starts shooting the aliens that he can see in the bank. I'm like, wait a minute. There's got to be a little, like, I just felt like he went from this guy that's just cool and down on his luck and things will turn around to shooting up a bank. And I'm like, there should be something in there. And
the escalation was too fast.
Yes, way too quick. You know, you needed to see him fighting with himself about what to do and what's going on. And maybe it's just he fucking snaps, right? Like, it's too much to handle. He just breaks off. But this movie is a cult classic. And I understand that it's a cult classic simply because of what Kyle already said. But I just think it could have been there could have been a little bit more in there to make us care about him. Now, Big Trouble in Little China, I love it. You guys also hit the nail on the head. This is just a fun movie. This is put a guy in something that none of us will ever see or do, and he has to deal with it. And he's kind of your main character, but he doesn't really do too much, right? Like, yeah, he does knife Lopan in the head when he flings it back because it's all in the reflexes, but it's almost Raiders of the Lost Ark-ish, where if you took Indiana Jones out of Raiders of the Lost Ark, the same thing would have happened, right? Like the Nazis would have all been struck by the lightning. And in this, the same thing probably would have happened if you would have taken Jack Burton out. And he
would have killed Lopan.
His buddy would have.
Okay. All right.
You know,
no way. He only did kung fu like
Wang
twice
Chi.
in the whole movie.
Yeah, and he was already fighting the other dude in the background.
Yeah, he could have taken care of that. But okay. I'm just saying, like, there's, and it's great because he's not really the main character. Wang is the main character, and it's fantastic, and I love it. Love that movie.
Okay, sorry, I'm going to jump in here because there's only like a couple minutes left. So I thought I had seen Big Trouble in Little China years and years ago when I was a kid. I had the Blu-ray on my shelf. It was just like, oh, it's one of the kid movies from when I was a kid. I liked it. So I put it in and I watched it and I realized that I've never seen the first hour of this movie. Okay. So I'd only seen the last half hour. Yeah. And the first hour sucks, man. They never explain shit. Like Lopan just needs a wife. Like, why is all this stuff happening? And the script is fucking horrible. And all the stuff you guys are pointing out, we're like, yeah, he should have. And for They Live, like, oh, we should have seen that change in him. They just all of a sudden start blowing up a bank. That's because it's a shitty movie. These are both shitty movies. They're not good. You remember them because you remember them from when you were 13 and you had lower ideals. These movies, on their face, cult classic or not, are fucking horrible movies.
Ni hao,
They're-
asshats.
No, don't me how me. Fuck that. No,
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I am.
Tom,
so
you still need to
angry.
go
That's
for
what
one or
I'm
the
saying.
other.
It is a 13-year-old
leash.
fever dream. A 13-year-old
Thank you.
fever
You said that.
dream.
You said that, and I was
Yes.
nodding. I didn't have my camera on, but I was nodding. So
Yes.
the script doesn't make any sense. And the lines that are good aren't even that good. They're just and we'll get to it when it's acting. But the bubblegum line that's so iconic and everything else, like how hard is it to deliver that great line? And Roddy fucked it up. He delivers it just flat and with no attitude, and like he's reading it off a fucking cue card. It sucks. I'm sorry, but both these movies, they don't make any sense. Their fucking plot's loose. The concept behind They Live is decent. All right. It's clever that this is aliens and, we're all being brainwashed and stuff like that. That's decent. The execution was fucking shit. And I am so disappointed that I spent money on the Blu-ray for Big Trouble in Little China. I am so disappointed in my younger self. And
I'll take it
So-
from
Put
you
on the
if you don't
glasses,
want
Tom.
it.
He had the-
Put the
he had
glasses on, Tom.
He had the sunglasses on so he could read the cue cards.
Put the
No,
glasses on, Tom.
this is
Put
me
the-
with the
put 'em
glasses on. You put the glass on. And realize
I'm already wearing the glasses, Tom.
All I'm pointing out with this fight is that it didn't need to happen because it seemed really out of place. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that it wasn't a quality fight and that it wasn't like two old men huffing and puffing. It just didn't make any sense. At all.
nothing
Like,
in the
why,
movie made sense.
Why did they need to fight?
It's obviously commentary on toxic masculinity. I mean, one man forcing another man to do something against his will. It's
Oh yeah.
It's-
John Carpenter
yeah.
has a long
Yeah.
history. John Carpenter has a real long history of social commentary in his films.
Yeah,
Thank
he
you for
does.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you for putting that. No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah. I can
absolutely
really
not.
tell
I mean,
that
the
that's what he
whole-
was going for.
They did
I mean,
it to
Big
fill
Trouble in
time.
Little China starts with like the plight of the working immigrant. Like you see everybody all around the stacking up
The
boxes.
gambling.
And you see them down in their luck. Yeah, right. Like we forced them into that. It is our legacy to live from what
No.
we did. Building
here's-
the Old West. John Carpenter is pointing that out to us. It's uncomfortable, Tom. I get it. It's uncomfortable to face the sins of your fathers, but it's John Carpenter is holding a mirror up to society.
I'm with you, Kyle. I would agree with you on that. If 20 minutes later he does blame all of that on fucking aliens. He doesn't.
Well,
we're not
there's an
accountable
alien
for it.
inside
The
all
fucking,
of us.
The fucking aliens are responsible for this shanty town, and he's like suddenly like, this is why things are bad. Not anything that humans have done. It was aliens that made everybody.
Right, but
I
the
believe
rich,
they
but the
pointed
rich,
out-
but the rich are partnering with the
Right.
aliens.
I
to get
believe they
richer.
pointed out that they're taking advantage of our warring behavior, of our behavior towards each other and using it
And
against
they-
us.
I've been going off for 5
They
minutes.
are
and no one-
partnering
no one-
with rich humans as well.
I've been going off on this for 5 minutes, and no one's tried to take advantage of me.
Well, give me a half hour to come up to Ames and
Yeah, I got to travel a little bit for that.
Doors unlocked. Doors unlocked, baby.
Next
Guys, I
episode
gotta tell
we'll be
ya.
ready.
Would you
Dora
like to
ain't gonna
move
stop
into
me.
would you like to move into a private room really quick, Tom?
No, no, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that these movies are good because I once thought they were, and I just no. I'm sorry. This was a huge eye opening for me, and I'm just furious. I
is
should
there
be
a line?
watching the United States soccer game right now, not doing this fucking show. What?
So you admit John Carpenter
Holy
opened your eyes. That's great.
John Carpenter
that's
opened
what
your
he's
eyes.
trying to do.
Joe,
Yeah,
That's what he's
What?
you
you
put the
like
glasses on.
you
In
like
the end, it's you who
over
wears
this?
the glasses, Tom.
Yes, I am
And
seeing.
it is
I am
you.
seeing the truth. I am seeing
Yes.
the truth. You
So
guys
just
see
repeat after me. Thank you, John Carpenter.
No,
Thank
I
you,
see
John Carpenter.
You see a movie, a DVD cover that says "They Live." I put the glasses on, and it says "shitty movie."
I cannot
No
believe
plot.
in
Okay.
2003. In 2003, there must have been a movie called Shitty Movie. Someone must have made that, right? As
I'm
part of
pretty
the
sure.
parody
Had to.
craze. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm sure.
If not, we need to.
No, I'm sure the German porn industry took care of that. Can we
Oh,
just
Scheisse movie?
can we just keep moving forward, please? This is
I took German in college, Kyle. I know what Scheisse means.
Oh, wait a
Anyway.
minute.
Yeah,
what kind of class does that?
That's all they taught us was German swear words.
Class dismissed.
Ficken Sie and Scheiße and that kind of stuff. Okay,
This
so
concludes your education.
yeah, you will sphere. So let's go to a little bit of voting on this. I think I'm not sure where Tom. I'm not sure where Tom's going to go with this. You have to vote for one. You have to vote for one.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the rules.
Okay. I'll
You
vote.
will follow the rules.
All right, Mike.
Okay.
Mike,
Wow.
you're a roll with it. Let's go.
Yeah,
We've
well, I
unlocked
am
something
German.
in Gabe.
I am Deutsche. So let's.
Uh-oh. I don't know where this
Okay.
is going.
This is going well.
Yes. So, Andrew, what's your vote?
Big Trouble in Little China because it's way better than They Live.
Okay. So, Mike.
Big Trouble.
Big Trouble. Okay. I'm filling out the form here to keep track. While I do that, Tom, you got to vote for one.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to They Live because of the bubblegum line, even though Roddy Piper has absolutely no acting skills to deliver
And
it
so
properly.
Danny Boyle can keep his crown.
Nope. Oh, God. Did you really think I was gonna, Did you think I was going to vote for They Live for everything?
Nope.
No.
All you need is one.
Yeah.
One's all it takes.
And Kyle.
Well, I am not afraid to face the sins of the past and admit that we mistreated these people and marginalized them. You know, and that the wealthy are eating us alive. And John Carpenter holding us accountable for our sins. So it's really hard for me to choose between two instant classics. I mean, I watch these both on the Criterion channel. So I think I'm going to go with Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah.
Okay.
It's more confronting.
I mean, does it really matter?
In the end, does anything?
No, not this month.
Not according to Queen.
Nothing really matters. Okay, so that iconic line in They Live, it was Roddy Piper himself who came up with the now famous one-liner, the chew bubblegum and kick-ass line. According to John Carpenter, Piper had previously written the line in his notebook of potential verbal bits during his wrestling career.
Oh, yeah.
He shared the notebook with Carpenter, and they agreed that this particular line fit the character and the film perfectly. Piper went on to use it at a wrestling match. For Big Trouble in Little China, Gary Goldman and David D. Weinstein penned a script together about a cowboy excuse me, in Chinatown in 1899. The Jack Burton in Goldman and Weinstein's version was an amazing gunman who could shoot the eyes out of a kite in the sky, but couldn't hit anybody in a fight. Yeah.
What are the eyes?
I don't know what that means. Yeah, what are the eyes of a kite? I don't know. That's just the trivia I found about writing the Big Trouble. The original version was a cowboy in 1899.
Kites these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that'd have been fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Let's watch that.
Yeah, maybe modern audiences would enjoy that more than what ended up being, the Big Trouble in Little China as we know it.
Yeah.
So let's go into the next category. Let's go into acting, and let's let Mike start us off.
All right. Well, we'll start with They Live. Growing up watching wrestling, punchy ballet, Roddy Piper was my favorite. And I don't know why. I just loved him. And I didn't see They Live until high school, maybe somewhere around there. And I was so excited just to see Roddy Piper in a role. And I agree with Tom. His deliveries on certain lines are just awful. But when he can let out his persona, like when he's in the grocery store and he's going off on the lady and what she looks like. I'm like, that's Roddy Piper. They probably put that in there to let him be Roddy Piper. But yeah, he is definitely a wrestler. His acting chops are not great. And Keith David, I've always liked Keith David, and I don't know about you guys, but watching this film, I'm like, holy shit, he was young once. Like, he's always just looked, I don't want this to sound bad, but grizzled, right? Like he's got that deep voice, and he usually plays the grumpy type in a lot of his roles. And I think he was hamstrung by the script. I think there could have been a lot more. I wanted a lot more of Frank. Meg Foster, who plays Holly, there's not a whole lot there. Like, she is very pretty. She has those really beautiful eyes, and I'm guessing that's why John Carpenter picked her, because he likes to pick women with pretty eyes. And another guy that kind of stuck out, and I think he deserves just the ham performance, is he was the drifter at the end wearing the tux, and he was also like in the camp, the homeless camp. I don't know why, but that dude just makes me laugh. It's great. But moving on to Big Trouble in Little China, Kurt Russell, he has such charisma that he can pull this off, right? Like he is Jack Burton. Kim Cattrall, beautiful, and I will be honest, I had a crush on her from seeing her in this film. From ever since I saw it. Like, she's just great. And wasn't she was in Mannequin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
She was in Mannequin.
Yes.
And Porky's.
And Porky's, that's right.
And
she was
Porky.
the cheerleader. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think she is a competent actor. Dennis Dunn, who played Wang, he's great. I like Wang a lot. There's something that you can pull.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You tripled yourself down.
I did. He's great in the movie. I really enjoyed him. I liked whenever Jack would ask what's going on, he's like, you wouldn't understand it. Like, it was always, you're not going to understand it. You don't get it, type of stuff. Like, he's too busy to explain it. James Hong, we've talked about James Hong before. I mean, the man's got like over 400 acting credits on IMDb. But
Legend.
I want to point out that Al Leong, you guys all know him, you know his face.
Oh,
and
yeah.
there's a great meme out there that shows a picture of him, and it said, if I learned anything, it's that when this guy shows up, shit's about to go down. And he's actually in both of these films.
Mm-hmm.
He's in both of them. But I mean, I liked Egg, who played Egg. Victor
Egg
Wong.
Shen?
Yeah, I really liked Egg Shen. Like, I just loved the way he talked. I liked his presence. I liked everything about that. So I'll let you guys go.
Oh, I'll jump in here. So,
Oh boy, here we go.
Here we go. Just that, I mean, it kind of goes back to script. The script wasn't good. It didn't really give the actors to work with anything, but the acting wasn't very good in any of these. I don't know. I didn't. I mean, nobody won an Academy Award in it, but it. I don't know. It just wasn't good. And I mean, I'd like to think that like some of these actors can fight, but the fight scenes weren't even especially good. They were quick cuts between like somebody doing a move for 1 second and then cutting to something else. Like you never get to like actually see any kind of impressive fighting. It's all just kind of like mishmash cut together. And as soon as two guys fighting gets interesting, it cuts away, shows somebody else. And yeah, I don't know. It was fine. I mean, it was not good, fine. But the actors that you mentioned are, I mean, they're iconic and they're very prolific and they have lots of roles, but there's just nothing jumped up to me. Kim Cattrall, I'm sorry, I don't think she's a good actress. I don't think her work in this or Mannequin or Sex and the City is anything to really write home about. So, Kurt Russell was just like one note through the entire thing. Like, there's no. I know he can be good. We did Hateful Eight, and he was quite good in that. But in this, it's just kind of like blah. So, and the less said about They Live, the better. Keith David, it was cool to see him young, but I think he got better at acting later on, so it was good that he kept getting roles. But I don't know. I just unimpressed by everybody and everything involved in these two movies all across the board. So I won't take up any more time. You guys can go back to complimenting whatever you want.
I was just gonna say that one of my favorite moments is when they're all in the elevator after they drank the potion and they're all just kind of standing there. And he's like, "Yeah, I feel pretty good. I kind of feel," and they all kind of chuckle. Yeah. They all look at each other like, "Yeah, actually, you know what I do?" Like that is a Kurt Russell moment. That is that goofy charisma that Mike had pointed out. Like that's what I see through some of it is cheesy, and you're correct. It's over the top, but he has his moments where he's just who you would think Kurt Russell is. Kim Cattrall, heck yeah, man. Mannequin, that movie that was who it was. It was Mannequin, and then this, and yeah, it was just perfect. I don't know. My only question, They Live, is whatever. But so you said that you were excited to see Rodney Piper in a movie because you had seen him in wrestling. Is it the same? Is it the same connection as like when people saw The Rock for the first time act?
I don't know. I think it might be, right? Like, of course, it's kind of funny you bring that up because, Roddy was in They Live and The Rock's was The Mummy 2, where he spends most of the time as a CGI scorpion. Yeah. It's awful.
But I mean, he did other, right around there when he first pulled out.
Later. That's how he started with Scorpion King.
Scorpion King.
That is true. Yep. Mummy 2, Scorpion King. Yep.
But yeah, I loved Rowdy Piper in Punchy Ballet. Like he was, and of course there he could use that, he has that certain charisma where this, I just felt like they were like, no, you got to play
an act. You have to act.
Yeah. Where it's like, just let him cook. Wrestler. Let him cook. Like,
well,
yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
It's
totally
interesting
different
to watch a movie with someone like, I also was a big WWF fan when I was growing up. And I liked Roddy Piper. He was never my favorite, but I liked him. And it's interesting to watch someone who has charisma and can talk, do something and go, why aren't you doing the thing you're good at? Because he's not great in this movie, because I think he tries to play it too serious, even though he does get incredibly goofy. Yeah. He tries to hold those quiet moments and he tries to create some sort of real like human tension. If he was just manic and insane the entire time, the movie you might have said he did a better job acting in it. Just because it's his normal acting chops that are not him either improvising or cutting a promo on someone basically are not good. But when he does deliver his line and they kind of let him off the leash and he can do whatever he wants, like I think he's much better than, doesn't mean he's like great, but he's better in those situations.
I don't know. Hold on. I'm just going to say, I don't know one construction site that would allow its workers to take their shirts off just because he's big.
I mean, it was the 80s. Things were different.
True.
But
It's
yeah,
also
I mean,
possible. It's also possible that the movie's not good. Sorry, I just want to get that.
God,
I mean-
who invited the emo kid?
it's possible, but it's very improbable. And I think we all know that. This movie is obviously great, but it's, I liked seeing like Peter Jason and some of these like character actors, you know, that's always fun to see. Like Al Leong, yeah, that's the guy. It reminds me of the scene in The Simpsons where the mafia and the triads are fighting on the front lawn, and he's like,
Yes.
"Oh, the little guy hasn't done anything. He's gonna do something cool." And they close the door, and you just hear Kia, and then you're like, "Oh, I missed it." You know, when he shows up, like usually a knife's coming out or a gun's coming out, and someone's gonna die. He's just always a henchman. But I thought James Hong, I can't remember now. Damn it. Was having a lot of
James
fun
Hong.
as Lopan. I liked him a lot as really old crusty Lopan. His little like, huh? When he was pretending he can't hear you, and then he's like laughing and cackling to himself. Like it's insane and unhinged, and he's having a good time. I would argue that if you could go back in time and choose to like look like anyone that was like realistically attainable, you know, like not like a freak like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Conan or whatever. I might choose Kurt Russell in this era. Like he's a really handsome guy, chiseled jaw, beautiful blue eyes, nice looking guy. And I thought like, hey, he looks like a movie star. He is playing a caricature. I think of him almost like a superhero in this movie, but his only powers are bravery, being wrong, acting completely like befuddled by how insane something is, and then choosing to turn around and go do it anyways. And so like bravery and luck and like being incredulous.
Clumsy luck
Are like, those are his superpowers. Oh, and when the script demands it, he has incredible reflexes. Which I do appreciate that being set up. Yeah, twice. Yeah, the fighting, this is so stereotypical 80s action movie fighting when it's not a Hong Kong action film. This is the fighting you get. This weird, loosely choreographed ninja stuff that happens in like nonsensical cuts. It's not great. A beast man shows up out of nowhere. I mean, that was cool. Women pretend to be unconscious when they're not. That's amazing acting. I mean, you couldn't tell they were awake or anything. I like some of the bravado. You know, my favorite acting moment in this whole thing is when Kurt Russell decides to go into the bathhouse and try to buy the woman. He dresses basically like a character from Revenge of the Nerds, wearing his plaid suit and tie and big, thick horn-rimmed glasses. I liked that scene. I thought it was funny.
He combs his hair off to the side.
Yes. Is the acting in these movies good? No. Is the acting in these movies fun? Quite often, yes. Is the acting in these movies boring? Sometimes also very yes. And also uneven. But I feel like in Big Trouble in Little China, people got the assignment more. They knew they were in a pulpy, campy movie, and their acting fit a little more. I think they tried to be a little too serious sometimes with how ridiculous the premise was. And if you're not a good actor, like Roddy Piper is not, I would argue until he eventually ends up on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, that just kind of falls flat. And I know it's not acting, but I will give credit to the people wearing the alien costumes, because I thought the faces were truly terrifying and well done. Like, from a practical point of view at that time and era, they were very strange and unsettling. And the way their jaws worked and their teeth just kind of clacked together, that was unsettling. And I did enjoy that.
You know, what was with this picture with Roddy? Like his high school.
That's got to be an old wrestling promo pic, like probably when he was like an independent wrestler.
He had long, fluffy,
that was kind of funny.
You know, Farrah Fawcett hair in this movie, and then they show that picture, and it's like, is that from high school?
And this has got to be the best shape Roddy Piper has ever been in. Like, he is
Agreed.
jacked.
Sure.
He didn't look like this when he wrestled.
So the other thing that we talk, like, there are just bizarre with the fighting scenes. There are like even ones where they don't even like bite. Like when they have Kurt Russell against the wall and the guy isn't like beating him or getting him tired. He's just like mentally throwing rubber balls at him. Like what?
I didn't know those were balls until he did it like at the end. I thought he was just like pushing wind
and
or something. And then I was like,
there's like 5
then in the end, it just
ground.
looks like, it looks like someone failed at a magic show in front of him. Like it's just red rubber balls.
Weird.
Is this
and then
your
they
ball?
cut, and then they cut,
it's just strange.
and he's in a wheelchair, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. It doesn't make any
No
sense. No.
Okay, gentlemen. Are we done with the round? Does anybody else have anything to contribute to acting? Okay.
Right, real quick.
Well, yeah.
The elevator scene was really funny.
Oh, look who's coming
funny.
around. Tom's a big fan.
Funny. No, I got a whole round I got to lead here in a minute, so I'm just trying to get off on the right foot.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's do some voting then. So let's start with Mike.
Big Trouble.
Okay. And Andrew?
Little China.
Are those different? Big Trouble? Little China. Anyway, Tom. You still have to vote.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna give it to They Live because the old guy at the newspaper stand, he was good. I believe John Carpenter found him and just stuck him in the movie. So,
okay, and Kyle.
I think the only word left in the title that hasn't been said is "in." So, you figure that one out.
Yeah, I think if given enough time, I think I can figure that out.
Yeah, you
Tom, are you talking about the guy that's like? Are you either going to pay for it?
Yeah, pay for
no,
it.
No. The old guy that's like, "What's your problem? What's your problem?"
That guy. I thought you were talking about the guy. Yeah.
If you look at the magazine, you're going to pay for it, punk.
No. The first guy, the first alien he sees, I think, is
Yeah. It is.
What's your problem?
He's like, "What's your problem?" Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, he had a really big job. He had to like sell it that. I don't know where I'm going with this. Just move on.
They didn't know he could see at that point.
He can see.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Let's talk about the wristwatches.
That's it. Okay. For the role of Nada, which, by the way, did they call him that in the movie? I didn't know that was his name.
I don't think so.
I don't ever remember hearing his name.
I think he's a character with no name.
And that's why they call him Nada.
Yeah, like the outlaw Josie Wales.
Kind of like the narrator in Fight Club or whatever. Like we never really know who he is. But anyway, for the role of Nada, Carpenter was not looking for a traditional Hollywood leading man. He needed an everyman who looked like he had lived a hard life. Carpenter met professional wrestler Rowdy Piper at WrestleMania 3 in 1987 and was immediately convinced he was right for the part. And he said, unlike most Hollywood actors, Roddy has life written all over him. He has been hit so many times that he is really broken up. He even walks funny because his pelvis was shattered and his back was wrenched. He is definitely not a pretty boy. He's the toughest guy I've ever met. Now, you could argue if he's a pretty boy or not, because he was jacked in this movie. He was really...
Yeah, he's in good shape.
Huge. He was like...
that hairdo like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, he had great hair, too. Son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
And then for Big Trouble in Little China, reportedly, Dwayne... This calls back to something we were talking about before. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson wants to do a remake or sequel with John Carpenter. Carpenter said he's ambivalent about the idea. New movie or not, there's been a comic book series that picks up from where the movie ended And if you can find it, and if you can find it, there's a Big Trouble in Little China video game released in 1986.
Yep.
A secret
Holy
screen at
shit.
the end. A secret screen on the DVD contains images from the game. So I guess
Tom.
that falls into the acting category because, like, how would you guys feel? I think I know how Tom would feel, but how would you guys feel if Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson reprised this role
They couldn't do it.
in another movie?
It wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work.
No.
Why do you say that?
Big Trouble in Little China being made today, even like the style, like it's campy. You would never get away with it the way that it is. No way.
You
It
don't
wouldn't
think so?
feel the same. It would be cheesy. It wouldn't have that same, goofy kind of weirdness to it.
I feel
just
like
think-
they would try too hard.
Yeah, I just don't think it would land right.
I think
Also,
what-
stop
I think-
remaking the classics. I mean,
think
what
let
Andrew-
these.
I think what Andrew's trying to
Movies
say is that the racism probably would not fly in 2026 like it did in 1986.
There's a lot of that too.
There's a lot of
the
that.
racism.
and the stereotypes.
And the sexism. Yeah,
Wait,
there's a
the
lot of
stereotype of all of the like Chinese guys dressed in like what are they? The dojos? Is
No,
that what they're
dojo's
called?
where you
Oh,
learn.
could-
That's a class.
Oh,
Or,
Like,
school.
the gi.
gi,
They're all in gis and they all have the headbands and they all have like
turban.
black belts on. And I was like, even the gang members that come into the airport are wearing gis with their little sunglasses and stuff. I was
Yeah.
like, come on.
Well,
I mean, that one of those guys was wearing racist sunglasses,
yes,
which I
I
have
was gonna
never
bring
seen
that up.
before.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, those
I have
white
never
ones.
seen that. That is insane.
Yes. And how could you see?
I
He didn't need to
Poorly.
see.
I don't want to
Poorly
answer
is
that
the
question
answer.
because I feel like that's the racist part.
I don't think if they did do this, The Rock is not the person I would cast.
No.
The person I would cast, and I'm tired of seeing him in movies, is
Will Smith.
Yes, Will Smith.
Will
No,
Smith.
Ja Rule.
he was in Parks and Rec. He's in the Jurassic
Ludacris
Park.
Bridges.
Ludacris Bridges. That's who I'm
Chris
thinking of.
Pratt?
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
I could see
Okay.
Chris
I don't
Pratt.
think he has the same charisma.
dude. You put Wyatt Russell in there.
Ooh,
I was,
okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
Yeah,
what
there
about
you
his
go.
son?
Yeah, no
Tom
kidding.
just knocked it out of the park.
What
He's
about
got
his
that-
son?
He's got that snark and that
Yeah.
that
And
everyone
could
hates
totally
me,
play
but
his
just
son.
like his
jawline
dad.
and the
yeah.
hair.
They're
Son of a
pressed from
bitch.
the same mold, so
yeah,
I hope
Dad-
not. Then they'd be brother dads.
I've
Dad-
never seen the monsters thing, but what's it
Oh,
called?
Monarch.
Monarch.
Is that what it's called? Where they're in it
they're in
together?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
never seen it.
Wyatt Russell's in that. I didn't know that.
Yes, he plays
Yeah, yeah.
the young
Him and
version
Kurt.
of Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Clever. Very good.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
surprising. Okay, well, let's move on to the next category. Let's get into directing, and I'm sure this will be entertaining with Tom starting us off.
All right. I'll wait for the bell. Thank you. All right. So, I don't know. I don't really. So I guess we'll start with the fight scenes in Big Trouble in Little China. Like I said before, I thought that they were choppy and weird. The guys jumping through the air and then clinking swords once and then landing 20 yards apart I was just like, it wasn't very, I don't know. I know it was trying to be like kind of stylized and stuff. And I don't know. I think a lot of the,
Do you feel like it was a precursor to something like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
don't do that. Why would you do that? Why would you bring up
I
that
don't know. Because that one was great. That one was great.
Yeah, that one is great. You're absolutely right. Hero, another great one. It has
Yeah,
nothing to do
another
with this
good one.
movie at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, I appreciate the effort, but no. I don't know. I mean, the story doesn't flow along. There's these weird location changes where they're going along, and I don't know if some of it's just like breaking. There's some like 180 breaking that happens, which is weird to a movie at this level. and I don't know like what the budget was for it. Were they rushed in it? Like he couldn't get a better performance out of some of the actors, or the actors, like I claimed in the last round, are just not good. But I've seen some of them do better things in other movies, or does John Carpenter just not care about the acting and he just wants to get the shots done? And if that's the case, then why didn't he get the shots done? Because I don't think the shots were particularly interesting or anything else. I thought the special effects, even for 86 and 88 in these two movies, were not good. The alien faces I thought were actually better than I thought they would be. I don't know if the black and white helped with that, but that's something that would be interested to talk about. And I know that sometimes, we see a movie where the director kind of stays out of the way and we're like, oh, it's serviceable and, his directing is adequate. And I don't think Carpenter rises to those occasions. I think Carpenter is Carpenter because he has these kind of weird, crazy ideas and he thinks outside the box story-wise. But like the concepts of the stories are good, but the execution is not particularly very good. I just don't think it's, I mean, as far as like lensing a movie, I'm not impressed with his stuff. There's nothing. Very rarely do I ever see anything like, wow, that was really impressive. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't impressive to me at all. And I was looking forward to going back and watching Big Trouble in Little China. Like I said, I watched it when I was kids. The last half hour, the fight scenes, I remember reenacting ththose with my brothers over and over again. I knew the fight moves from 40 years ago. And, and for some reason, while I remember them, they didn't really sell to me now in 2026. The other thing too, and I don't know, maybe this is an acting category thing, but that's behind us. I don't know why Kurt Russell had so much eyeliner on. Like he looks like JD Vance, and it's weird. Like he has these like black lines around his. I'm sorry, he does. I don't know. And it's inconsistent because it's there in some shots and it's gone in other shots. And maybe that's an acting thing, but I'm going to put it to the director to just be like, makeup, can you please not put eyeliner on him?
So do you think JD Vance is trying to look like Kurt Russell?
No, I think there are other ways to go about doing that. And I'm not seeing it. So anyway, that's really all I guess. I don't think the directing was particularly very good. Like I said, the John Carpenter's. Honestly, I think his score work is the best stuff that he does. But we'll talk about that next round. So I don't know. That's about it. If you guys would like to go back to filleting John Carpenter, I'll get out of your way.
Wow. So
have you seen John Carpenter?
While Tom was enlightening us, I looked up the production budget. Big Trouble in Little China was $25 million, and They Live was down to $4 million.
Okay. Oh, that shows.
And it really does show.
I'm looking for. I don't know. I'm looking for that 25 million, man. But I don't know.
It's funny you kind of bring up the makeup, and I was thinking there were a few shots of Rowdy where I'm like, ooh, there's a lot of makeup on his face in They Live, and it really shows when they're like outside. But listen, I like John Carpenter. He is somewhat of an independent movie guy, right? And I agree with, honestly, some of what Tom is saying. In the scripts are lacking in certain ways. And of course, we would be more prone to seeing that. We're looking for that. Not only are we watching it for the show, but also we have been fans of films and making films for years. But I think I just remember John Carpenter really letting me down I was so excited that Escape from LA was coming out, and I remember going with some friends to see it and just walking out like, what the hell was that? What did I just watch? Like there is no meat to that. It's all just, hey, and then this happens, and then this happens, but there's nothing, kind of combining the two and really giving them a reason to do it. So I see some of the criticism, but Big Trouble in Little China is, I think, directed exactly what they were trying to do, which was going to be a campy adventure movie where you get to, I don't want to say shut off your brain, because there's a lot of funny stuff. I mean, you have Kurt Russell shoot his gun up in the air and knocks himself out. Like that's just campy fun. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just supposed to be a not serious movie where they also are trying to pay a little homage to the old Kung Fu movies. I've watched a lot of Kung Fu movies in my life. There are good ones, there are bad ones. And this one is just kind of paying homage to the flying through the air, clinking the sword once, and they land. I mean, that's straight out of the Kung Fu movies. Mm-hmm. And the weapons, like I love looking at the weapons that they're using in the film. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know those. Yeah, I know those. And it's fun to look at it, and it's fun to enjoy it. Now there are a couple shots in They Live that I really, really liked. One of them is after he falls down the hill and he's just been walking the streets, and it's at night, and you have just this bright light off in the distance shooting at him. And you see his silhouette on the wall, and he just kind of kneels down and sits. Like that just was, and he's like in this, I want to say like a culvert or a tunnel or something like that. It just looked really nice. And it shows that he can frame something, if he wants to. But yeah, John Carpenter, I mean, he did The Thing, Escape from New York, I think sometimes suffers from the not a lot of meat in with the potatoes. Halloween, Assault on Precinct 13, Dark Star. I mean, there's some good movies in there.
The Thing is a classic, though.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah, The Thing is great.
And I guess I don't look at Big Trouble in Little China as a shut off your brain. I like to call them popcorn movies.
Yeah.
Because they're movies that I know that I'm going to sit down. I don't have to think about anything else. I know I'm going to be entertained. I'm going to laugh. It's either going to be good or bad. I'm going to eat some popcorn, and I'm going to, cast away for an hour or half, 2 hours, and just enjoy myself and be entertained. And that sometimes we need those movies. I would say that, minus or plus all the other stuff that everyone said about Carpenter, one of the things to note is Carpenter is a very creature-ish kind of guy when he does his movies. He likes to have creatures and things, and he does these, he has really cool ideas. I mean, even the aliens, if you look at them for what they are, I mean, they're kind of cool. They're a neat little design. It's a cool creature. Their eyes are kind of outside their skulls, as Kyle. Mm-hmm. I know somebody said about the clappy teeth and the jawline. Like it's a neat creature that he designed. I'm assuming he had insight on it because he does do a lot of creature work, especially when it came with Stan Winston. They were buddies and like to play around with that stuff. And even in Big Trouble in Little China, even though I don't know where Beastman came from, there's this creature in there, but I always forget the Beastman's in it because I think he's in it like the one scene and then at the very end, right?
Yeah.
And then
he's like the stinger.
Three scenes.
He picks her up and locks her to the floor, and then
he's shown during the wedding. He's shown during the wedding.
Oh, during the wedding, that's right.
Yep.
But the one I always remember is the eyeball head.
Yes.
The little floaty head that floats around that has eyes on it. I'm like, what a cool creature.
If you play D&D, you know that as a beholder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was really well designed. I thought it was kind of cool, and it looked neat. It was fun, and you could tell there was, again, creature kind of thing. And then even the exploding guy, like, there was this, what if he can expand so much that he blows up? What would that look like? And someone in Winston's workshop went, give me a day. I got something for you. Anyway,
John Carpenter's you could call his career very uneven. And you talk about independent. He was very indie, and Halloween was the highest grossing independent film for a long time because it was released outside the studio system. Like it was. I think what Mike said kind of rings true to me is that when John Carpenter is really interested and wants to make a movie that he thinks looks good, he can do that. When he's more interested in playing with his wacky ideas and getting all of his craziness on the screen, that suffers, either because he doesn't pay as much attention to it, or he lets someone else handle it, or maybe he lets someone else handle it on those other movies. And maybe what you're seeing is him behind the camera, and that's hurting it. But yeah, he seems to have a vacillating level of how interested he is in stuff. I feel like today all he likes to do is smoke cigarettes, play video games, and make scores with his son, which, I mean, if that's the life he wants to have, that's great. I think in their last run, I think ambivalent about remakes. Like John Carpenter hates that shit. He doesn't want anybody touching his stuff, and if they do, he usually bitches about it. I could not. Sometimes we talk about like, why was this movie made, or who asked for this movie, who would be interested in this movie. A remake of this movie starring The Rock may top that list of who the fuck wants this movie with The Rock in this role. Like, no, this movie is of a time and of a place, and it's not on the AFI's top 100 list, but you can leave it alone. Like, it doesn't need another treatment. We don't have to go down this road again. I think he shows that he can do a lot of different things. Some of the shots are quite dynamic. Some of the shots are incredibly static and boring. Some of them are frustratingly edited. The lighting is okay in a lot of places. I like the look of the inside of Lopan's lair. I like the claustrophobic, like, alley fight. Please, if you guys are pallbearers, hide bow staffs in my coffin. I just remember that from being a kid, like thinking like, holy shit, they just dropped that guy, because they pull it out to have a fight. Also, you can immediately tell who the bad guys are because they're the ones who bring an AK-47 to this gang war while everybody else has like staffs and stuff. So yeah, they're the bad guys. And one of the bad guys, who's a bad guy in a bunch of movies, literally has a bandolier and squares up like he's at a showdown. These movies are fucking silly. They're just goofy.
They are 100%.
They are.
Yeah, they're very goofy films. And I think they are of a time and they belong in that time. And that's just fine to leave them alone right there.
You brought up the lighting, and I just want to say I absolutely love the fact that his where they have the wedding has neon. Mm-hmm. I absolutely love
that neon skull thing. Is amazing. Skull. I fucking want that.
But you guys didn't even talk about the summoned little Chinese fighting creature that he fought in the middle, and they used his thumbs like he's playing a video game, and they're in the middle in this glow, and they like are super slow mo.
Yep. It's so weird. It's great. So weird.
It's goofy fun.
So Keeler, Escape from New York is actually for a remake by Zack Snyder, and they have talked about
slow mo.
But he's also said that it's maybe not a remake, that it may just be a sequel. So
wasn't there already
Zack Snyder to direct Escape from New York?
Huh. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that idea.
Well, I can't wait to see all that slow motion.
It's a 4-hour
CG.
It's
Just
a
CG.
4-hour
Everything
movie.
is CG.
Slow-mo.
We're trying to escape from New York. You're gonna need to go faster.
Yeah.
Well, then New York is classically a ticking clock movie. Like he has X amount of hours to get out
Yes.
before he dies.
Yeah, and that's the
Yeah.
thing is they tried doing that again in Escape from LA, and it's like we've already seen this. Like,
yeah.
what are you doing?
And then they make Kurt Russell play basketball because he actually played basketball.
Yeah,
And I was
basketball.
like, what is this movie?
And he surfs.
Yeah, the surfing next to.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's a famous actress. Damn it, who is that? Who is like the surfer dude? I can't remember who it is in Escape from LA, but he's like a famous actor.
Brendan Fraser?
No.
Peter.
He's an
Peter
old
Fon-
guy.
From
Peter
Encino?
Fonda. Not Peter
Yeah, Peter Fonda. Yeah,
Oh,
Oh my God.
I think it might be. Yeah.
Dear
He
Lord.
was from Encino.
I'll look it
I
up.
was thinking surfer.
Yeah, definitely worth it. Go ahead, Gabe.
Sorry, Gabe.
Okay, this round is done. Is there anything else you guys want to say about directing? Yeah.
These movies are wonderful. They're amazing.
Okay. Let's take a vote. Let's start with Tom.
Oh man.
How
I
If you
do
have to
think-
choose.
I know that. I want to base it on fight scenes, but I can't really do that. So
Yeah.
you know what? Whoever brought up the budget of these two movies, I'm going to award it based on that. I'm going to give it to They Live because I have no idea where they spent $25 million in Big Trouble in Little China.
Wow.
It can't all be neon.
Wow.
The cast. It was the cast. Do you know how many
Yeah.
cast members they
Yeah.
had?
Yeah.
Big names. Big names.
Okay.
Okay, Kyle.
Just for the neon castle Grayskull, give me Big Trouble in Little China.
All right. Andrew.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay. And Mike.
BTIC.
Oh, there's so many ways.
BTILC.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize you didn't get it
Yeah,
quite right.
nope,
But there's so
didn't
many
get it right.
ways to refer to
There's
that
a reason
movie.
I like these
Big-
movies.
Big
Big
Trouble
tits
in
and
China?
big tits and little charge. I don't
Yes,
understand.
that's it.
I was
That's
thinking
exactly
of a
right.
C
I think we all know
word.
why Tom voted for They Live, and that's for the end shot with the woman and the alien.
Oh man, you know what?
Yeah,
Speaking
what
of
was
that,
Oh God.
so I didn't look.
Marry
Okay,
and
so
reproduce.
I actually had not seen They Live before yesterday, and I told my 13-year-old, "Oh, these are kind of wacky,
Oh.
weird movies. You might enjoy them."
Oh,
And
no.
it got to the very end of They Live, and I'm like, "I am so sorry for this." And he was like, "No, it's okay. It was heading this way." And I was like, "Yeah, kind
It
of."
was heading this way?
Yeah, I guess you could
At
kind of
this
see
point-
that coming.
Yeah.
At this point, nothing would have surprised him. So
Yeah, that was a weird way to end it. We can maybe talk about that in overall, but that was a weird way to end that movie. Anyway, so a little trivia about directing, if there is any. For They Live, years later during an interview for the DVD release, Carpenter was asked if he ever considered making the fight scene any shorter in the editing room. His response, "Fuck no." So it's also my understanding that Roddy Piper, and what's his name?
David.
Keith David. Sorry, I got
David
it
Keith
backwards.
is a different actor.
Damn it. They planned that out and choreographed that and kind of sold that to John Carpenter, and so and he loved it, and so he said, "No, I'm not cutting it. We're going to do the whole thing."
Oh, sorry, I don't interrupt, but I forgot. I've never seen a movie where a guy puts a board behind another guy's head and then knees his head through the board. That was cool.
Well, they put a lot of thought into that scene, apparently. So, and then for BTI, do we include the I?
LC, yeah.
Anyway, John Carpenter described Big Trouble in Little China, his 11th film, as an action-adventure, comedy, kung fu, ghost story monster movie.
Yep, that sums it up.
Okay.
Do you think
that's
that kind of
Yep.
summarizes it?
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's get on to the next category. Let's go into overall, and Kyle will kick us off.
I'm not sure there's much else that can be said about these movies, but I'm gonna give it my college try. Yep, I'm already out of ideas. Oh, a little bit of trivia for you. Between these two movies, John Carpenter smoked 3 metric tons of Cools. So, I believe there is a scene in a movie where John Carpenter's cigarette smoke comes out in front of the camera. I don't know which one it is, but I'm pretty sure there's a scene like that.
I mean, he looks like it, so I wouldn't.
Oh my God. Yeah. I know why John Carpenter loves Roddy Piper, because they're both men you can see that life happened to them.
Correct.
I don't know why John Carpenter get cast as the Crypt Keeper. This is not a John Carpenter roast. Okay. The soundtracks. These movies have pretty decent rockin' soundtracks for what they are, and I don't know if John Carpenter did both of them. I think he did, but he does scores for all of them. I mean, he did the Halloween theme, which is arguably one of the most iconic themes to a film, of all time. And you could, and I bet Tom would argue John Carpenter is a better composer than director. And I think there is an argument to be made there. Like, that's not outrageous.
I agree with that.
Yeah. They Live is an interesting premise that overstays its welcome. And I feel like sometimes when you get the wackiness of John Carpenter, someone has to keep the train on the tracks, and you can see it teetering like on the rails at times. And sometimes it just straight up drops shit along the way. It has fun moments. It has interesting moments. It has thought-provoking moments and a very clumsy message. Big Trouble in Little China, the overall goal of that is like, let's throw all this crazy shit in a blender and we'll just shoot it. And it doesn't have to make a whole ton of sense. It's a lot of set pieces, and it's a lot of fights and mystical, magical things that aren't explained. And we're going to play with a lot of different ideas without much of a central theme. And our main character is a handsome schlub. Like, he's a really good looking guy who looks like he smells bad. And always has a knife in his boot and drives the Pork Chop Express. It's just full of weird ideas. And there's a ginger Sasquatch at the end. But it's very strange. And at the beginning of the movie, who is Jack Burton talking to?
That's the thing.
Right? He has a soliloquy over the CB radio. If they cut to that and it was like unplugged, like, I wouldn't have been surprised.
He's
just insane.
To the world. He was just talking to
the world.
But nobody talks back. It's like he's yelling into the void.
Correct.
Like the way I cry into my pillow every night. Like, nobody can hear that.
It's a long drive.
Right. But I'd hate to see the inside of his head. He's got a lot of therapy bills. Also, he eats. He's a gross eater. I don't want to see that. But I love seeing him in a kimono. He doesn't look bad in lipstick. And God damn it, if James Wong or Hong or whatever his name is having a fucking blast. And I like that. I do like that. I think it's fun.
We know
it's a comic book movie.
We know Kurt Russell looks good in lipstick thanks to Tango and Cash.
It's true. This is true.
Tango and Cash, yeah.
Yeah.
A previous episode here on Cinesmack.
Yeah. I mean, we're a Captain Ron away from doing his whole oeuvre, you know?
Yep.
Have you guys done Overboard? I mean, that'd be the other one you really need to get if you want to get the whole
Overboard.
Yeah.
We can do the old one versus the new one. They remade it with Anna Faris. So
yeah. And they flipped it too.
Yeah.
Because Anna Faris is the Kurt Russell character.
Okay. Wow. What a bold choice. All right. I don't know what you guys.
Well, I just wanted to pop in and say I love the score in Big Trouble in Little China. I love that guitar. It's so much of its time that I love it. Like you get the electronic drums, you get man, everything. It just feels like the 80s when you listen to it. They Live was very bluesy. The score was, and honestly, I felt like maybe they did one or two tracks and just kept looping it throughout the film. I didn't care for it much.
It was very repetitive.
Yes.
It felt like porn music, like some dude with a Casio sat in a room and was like, this'll work.
Yeah. But I mean, Big Trouble in Little China's music was pretty good, and I really enjoyed it. That's all I got.
Yeah, I don't think you guys want to hear from me anymore. So I'm.
I think we do, actually.
I do.
What do you got on your mind, Tom?
No, I don't. I just kind of leaned into the dick this week, and I'm sorry about that. I don't know. I just felt like being an asshole on the show because I was really pissed I had to sit through these two movies. And I think
is this another Wang joke?
No, I feel like no, it's just one of those like, boy, I was an idiot when I was a kid, just had that realization. There's like, I can't believe this passed as entertainment when I was 13.
When you were a kid.
So. Yeah.
I think you're very smart now, Tom. Hey, this happened last week to me with Flight of the Navigator. When I was like, I liked this movie. Nothing fucking happens in the middle of it.
You know what? That's what. Yeah. See, it's been 2 months in a row that's happened to me. I'm really, if I run into my younger self,
is it going to get better next month? I don't know.
Yeah, I think next month will be better.
The rest of the year is going to be nostalgia movies. We're in trouble, kids.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Don't high five your younger self, Tom, or you'll both explode. It's time cop rules.
Tell me about the pacing of these movies. I felt like there were some pacing issues.
Oh, there were definitely.
I'd like to hear from you guys.
Well, in my opinion, I feel in order for there to be pacing, the plot needs to actually like move forward. You have to have like a sense of movement.
There has to be something.
Yeah, and I feel like these were both like 15-minute shorts that did not need to be extended. So
I mean, I will agree that They Live could easily have been 30, 45 minutes tops, and it would have been the same movie. Yep. Big Trouble in Little China, the way I would say the pacing would be a sine wave. Like it peaked and there was action, and then it would go immediately to lows, and then it would come back up, and then it would drop, and then we'd have these moments, and then you got to the climax, it kind of stayed there, and then it just dropped off. Like the whole movie was just up and down the whole time, and there was these moments of action and humor, and then nothing, and then action and humor, and then nothing. Like it just went back and forth, and I don't know if that was their way of just punching, so that way it wasn't just constant action the whole time. I don't know, but that's how it felt to me, at least. So
it's something that you see a lot in kung fu movies is they have to do something in between the fight scenes and the set pieces, so they throw in a bunch of exposition. But at least in Big Trouble in Little China, they throw in comedy pieces. They throw in like going undercover pieces. They throw in the old like, hey, we're with the phone company. We'll just help ourselves walk back here. Like some of these feel like, holy shit, did he like take these from like vaudeville or like old silent films? Like they're so hammy bits. But at least those happen in between like the fight scenes and action. They're a little bit more interesting. Or sometimes in Hong Kong, like I just watched a movie called The Furious, which I recommended, and the fight scenes were fucking incredible. But in between, you're like, what are we doing here? It's literally just so you catch your breath, because you can't watch two guys beat the shit out of each other for an hour and 45 minutes. I think your brain will turn to mush. But yeah, it's very peaks and valleys, but they do sprinkle the comedy in, which I think helps that not feel so bad. But They Live is so slow at the beginning. It is so excruciatingly slow.
I think it felt like he was trying to do like the big like suspense and try to build it up, and it didn't at all. Like, I was just like, I just kind of felt like in the background, all I could hear was, let's get on with it.
It helped that I watched it with my wife who'd never seen it before. And she kind of made it more bearable because she's like, what's going on? Like because she'd never seen it, she was kind of intrigued to like, why are we seeing this? Like there must be something about to happen. Mm-hmm. And I guess that's the driving force is like, something is going to happen. So you're waiting for it, but that becomes boring after a while. And you're like, okay, just something's got to happen. Also, is They Live the first movie like where the story is propelled by sunglasses?
It's got to be.
That is what?
It's got to be.
Like the story is completely propelled by sunglasses. You find sunglasses, put on sunglasses, and then it's about wearing sunglasses, other people wearing sunglasses, finding the sunglasses.
The only other movie I know that used sunglasses as a plot device to push the movie forward was Dream a Little Dream of Me 2, or Dream a Little Dream 2. They have sunglasses. But that is in the late 80s, so
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, I just felt like the pacing for They Live was extremely slow. Mm-hmm. I mean, how long at the beginning of the movie is it of him just walking with that repetitive score?
Credits
over and over.
It reminded me of the end. It reminded me of the start of Rambo: First Blood.
Yeah,
a little bit.
We're just gonna watch Sylvester Stallone walk for a long time.
Yep,
with credits.
But there are a lot of movies that like they start out with something interesting and exciting. Maybe you don't understand what it is.
Yeah.
But maybe they could have had something at the very beginning that was kind of exciting that got you into it.
Yeah,
and then you went to this drifter coming into town or whatever kind of thing. Yeah. But it didn't do that. It started out even the first shot with the whole train thing, where there's this train going by and we're waiting. Why are we waiting for this train to go by? And it was kind of cool with the graffiti and They Live on the wall. That was kind of cool, I guess. But the train goes by, and then we get Rowdy Piper as a drifter moving through. And that goes on forever.
You know what I was thinking during the train thing? Like, how many takes did it take? Right? How do you?
Because he's waiting. He's waiting behind there.
Right?
Did they have control of the train?
Exactly. That's what I was wondering. Yep. That's what I was wondering while watching it.
They were shooting, and all of a sudden, it's like, train. Just keep rolling.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any trivia on that. Sorry,
but I mean, the fight we've talked about it. The fight and They Live between the two of them is long. It's like, holy shit, they're still going, and then at a certain point, you're like, they're fighting over putting on sunglasses. They're absolutely fighting over putting on sunglasses.
And then he holds them down and puts them on him.
Yes.
Yeah, but then he resolves it. Yeah.
In the whole
and then
time,
once he's done, they're best friends.
Right,
yes.
Right. Yeah.
But I love the fact that they get a room and the shot of Roddy Piper he's just like all puffy.
Swollen.
Yeah.
That made me laugh. I'm like,
those scenes were kind of funny where they were checking into the room.
Yes.
And they're both all beat up and like, bloody and puffy and swollen like that. Yeah. That was kind of funny.
I was just going to say one of the other funny moments in Big Trouble in Little China that in the lows is when Pan's telling both of them, they're sitting in their wheelchairs, they're tied, he's giving their plans, and then he looks over on the monitor, he's like, who are these people? This really pisses me off.
Yes.
Like, what?
Are they friends of yours? This really pisses me off.
Pisses me off. I'm like, what is happening? This randomness. Sorry. It's the little moments in Big Trouble that just are they're pockets of that humor.
Yes.
Yeah, there are moments. There are definitely moments.
I mean,
unfortunately, they're not consistent.
I still laugh I mean, even to this day, when he shoots that gun in the air and knocks himself out, like I just love the shot of him laying on the ground while everyone else is fighting. Like it's great. It's funny. I was going to bring up They Live when the woman and Roddy, when they get shot and they just kind of fall back from the camera.
Yeah, it's
like, oh, okay. They're like, John,
we didn't mention Meg Foster was Evelyn
she
in
was
87 He-Man. You
Oh,
can tell by those
yes.
eyes.
Yeah,
She
that's
was
right.
What
I
kind?
totally forgot about
The
that.
1987
Holy
Masters
shit.
He-Man and Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren.
Oh.
She plays Evelyn.
She
I thought
does.
at first I thought she was the woman who was in V. Do you remember the TV
yeah.
series V?
The main character in V.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that was her, but
Yeah.
apparently it's not.
It's
Is
not.
it? It's not. But I thought that was her when I saw her. And she is really kind of remarkable with her dark hair and those like crazy light blue eyes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very, very distinctive. Yeah.
Yep. When she knocks him out of that glass, out of the window.
Which
No,
again
God.
down
Yeah.
the hill.
was another moment of like, wait, what? What just happened? And then in the next scene, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are you okay? I thought I killed you. Are
Yep.
you okay? I still love you."
And now I'm gonna shoot you.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just like, what is?
I didn't understand that at the end. Why did she choose?
Now,
Like she had maybe had become
You're there to help?
indoctrinated or something.
I think if you're an alien race taking over humanity, don't let your entire plan be undone by one bullet.
true.
Maybe create a more
Into
complex
that, yeah.
plan.
True.
You know,
Into
Well,
that satellite
a bird
dish
strike.
thing.
Yeah, bird strike, heavy hail,
A lightning
tornado,
strike. Yep.
lightning strike.
I
Any of
don't
these
know.
things.
Yeah,
ruin
just
Maybe-
rain
maybe-
fade.
Maybe have redundancy. You're an alien race.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure
know.
you got more of those.
Yeah.
Can't you have
the
anything
technology.
in orbit? Put something in fucking orbit.
Anything.
Nope, right here where anyone
should-
can shoot it. It's on top of a news station.
Kyle,
Only
you
if-
should be
only
an
if you have
alien
sunglasses.
invader. That's all I have to say.
I should be an
You-
alien invader.
Yeah, you got this all thought out.
I would never do that, Gabe.
I
Never.
know you
love
wouldn't,
humans.
Kyle.
The jig is up, Kyle.
I love humans.
I believe you, Kyle.
Calgon, beam me up.
Okay, so why don't we vote? Why don't we vote on this
Yeah.
category? What do you say? What do you say?
yeah, let's do
Let's start. Yeah,
Let's
what,
get
you
this
like
over.
that? Okay, let's start with Kyle.
Give me the BT and the ILC.
Oh, I think I know what that means. Okay, so Andrew.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay, Mike.
As an idiot 13-year-old, Big Trouble in Little China.
All right. Oops. And well, last but not least, Tom. You still there, Tom?
Tom's killed himself.
Did we lose
Yeah.
Tom?
I'm right here. Sorry, I was muted. I don't know. I voted They Live for every other one, so I'm gonna go Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay. All right. So I have a little personal trivia, which nobody wants to hear, about Big Trouble in Little China. When I was in school studying film production, we needed to do a final film, and I thought doing a fight scene would be challenging from a filming and editing standpoint.
Sure.
And so what I did was study some of my favorite fight scenes to kind of get an idea how they filmed it, how they framed it, how they edited it. And one of the scenes, and if I dug deep enough, I could find my drawings of it. I used the fight scene from They Live as an example of how to do a fight scene, and I thought it was just fantastic. And back then when I was in school, I thought, oh my God, this is fantastic. It's fantastic how it's choreographed, it's how it's shot, how long it is. You know, it just goes on forever. It's like, oh my God, this is just like the ultimate fight scene. And so I used that in preparation for shooting a film that I did in college. It wasn't the only one, but it was one. What's that?
You need to scan those drawings.
I need to find them. I'm sure I have them. Well, I watched it and I kind of did like almost like storyboard kind of like, the storyboards of the scene so that I could kind of use that for choreographing my own. I'll see if I can find it. I will share it if I can find it. But let's get to the real trivia about these films. So for They Live, when John did Big Trouble in Little China, and that being John Carpenter, with Kurt Russell, there's a scene with the 18-wheeler. If you look at those glasses, they had a whole bunch of those glasses left over. That's the glasses we used in They Live. And yes, I have a couple of pairs of the original glasses. So there's a little bit of crossover, not so surprisingly because they're both John Carpenter films, but there's a little crossover. So the glasses they used in They Live were originally used in Big Trouble in Little China. So I thought that was kind of fun.
Awesome.
That's pretty cool.
And then Big Trouble in Little China. Production of Big Trouble in Little China was partially shaped by its anticipation of competition with Paramount Pictures' upcoming The Golden Child. The two movies share similar themes, both comedic action adventures following a Californian everyman drawn into a plot centering on Chinese mysticism. Carpenter himself, yeah, that's what it says. Yeah, the Carpenter himself had been offered The Golden Child, but declined it due to his commitment to Big Trouble in Little China. Though he initially dismissed the film as not really similar, as production of The Golden Child progressed, he came to view the two movies as basically the same. And so there was a little bit of a rush with Big Trouble in Little China so that they could release it prior to The Golden Child.
James Hong is in it too.
He's in everything. That doesn't limit it.
I know. I'm just saying that he's in both movies. He's in The Golden Child and in Big Trouble. That's crazy.
He's got to be the best actor for 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Holy shit balls.
Oh, yeah. Well, what would he be? I don't know.
He's been in a movie with probably everyone Kevin Bacon's been in a movie with. I mean,
everybody. Yeah.
They've probably been in a movie together.
He is probably the center point of the 7 Degrees.
It's all built
It's not Bacon.
Around him.
It's not Kevin Bacon. It's Hong.
James Hong would be way easier.
Oh my gosh. That's
crazy.
nuts.
Yeah. 6 Degrees of, what is it? James Hong?
James Hong?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be too easy. Too easy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I think we're at the point where we need to consult the monkey to see who won tonight's
don't we do
episode.
Recommendations first?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Oh, do we do that first? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
we can do that. We can do that. I'm ready for that.
And by the way, The Golden Child and Big Trouble were the exact same year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Okay.
Yeah. I'm ready for recommendations. If you guys are, let's start from the top of the lineup and start with Andrew.
Okie dokie. We can do me first. Mine is going to stick with the goofy. It's going to stick with the science fiction, fantasy, comedy, horror, goofy, off the rails, kung fu randomness.
Magic. Okay.
Magic. There's magic in it too. It's probably one of my favorite like Halloween goofy movies. I've watched it since I was a kid. I still watch it to this day, and it's still as goofy and weird and baffling to me that it's right up Gabe's alley because it's only an hour and 20 minutes. And I think if it was any longer, it would be
It's
weird.
almost too short.
It's so good. But that is from 1988, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Mhm.
And if you haven't seen it, you're in for a ride. And I checked how we have no one's recommended that, which doesn't surprise me, by the way. But I love it. It's just a campy goofball of a movie, and so
I have never seen it.
That is
I've heard of it.
That is my son's favorite movie. I've seen it 3 times in the last 6 months.
Whose
I
favorite?
love that movie.
My son loves it.
Oh, really?
He has a dress shirt with all the clowns on it, and he has the Blu-ray and.
I play the video game.
Really?
I have. Oh my gosh, I have the soundtrack to it. Yes.
Whoa!
I freaking
You play the video game, the online
Yeah,
one?
yeah. The Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Our Sonny does too. So I just got to find the other 2 people, and I would have found everyone.
Yeah. All 40 together.
Okay.
It is a low community. All right.
All right.
Oh,
Let's
I'm sorry,
go
I
with
missed
Mike.
it.
There it is.
It was a little late. I was reading something. Yeah, surprise. I can read. Mine is, man, I don't.
Mike's just going.
Well, he said Mike.
I know.
So I'm going to go.
Yeah. That is, we're Mike is ready. Let's go, Mike.
Don't be yucking my yum. Speaking of yum, this movie's from 1991, and Gabe, I'm happy to tell you that it is an hour and 19 minutes long.
Oh my God, these are perfect movies.
And well, I would be careful about that because so I bought this movie at Suncoast simply because I
Suncoast.
loved Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay, tell everybody, our listeners who do not know what Suncoast is.
Suncoast was this magical place where you could walk in and they had a ton of movies for sale. And this was back during VHS and Laserdiscs. And you could find everything
You're gonna have
from
to describe those to
big budget Hollywood films to foreign films that you'd never heard of, or if you wanted it, they either had it or they could get it. And
Posters.
what's that?
Tons of
and
posters.
tons,
Posters.
tons of posters.
Collectibles,
Yeah.
T-shirts, hats,
Looney Tune mugs.
Oh,
Yeah, like-
Suncoast.
I worked there for 4 years.
Suncoast
Nice.
was my happy place.
yeah.
We have a veteran.
So thank you for your service, Tom. I don't know how to describe this movie because, man, I bought it and I owned it. It stars Cary Hiroki Tagawa. So if you don't know who that is, that's the original Shang Tsung from the first Mortal Kombat movie. It also has Tia Carrera in it, and Tia Carreras are in it as well. It also stars Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee.
Oh,
And it is called Showdown in Little Tokyo. Oh,
But when
my
did it come
God.
out?
At 91.
Oh.
So it is definitely playing on people like me that would walk into a Suncoast and say, "Oh, I like Big Trouble in Little China. Showdown in Little Tokyo sounds just like that." And I mean, there are some good parts in it, but that being said, I think you just need to watch it just to watch it.
I think I've seen this
You probably have. Dolph Lundgren
on like one of the weird HBO night kind of thing. Oh my God. I recognize the chick, the blonde. Oh
Yep.
my God.
Yep, that is. Oh God, what is her name? It's not even on here. Renee Allman.
Renee Alman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Tia Carrera was like the selling point for me. I'm like, oh, she's in it. All right, I'll definitely watch it. But
Definitely.
yeah, check out Showdown in Little Tokyo for maybe a bad movie night. That would be my recommendation because it is.
Go for it, Tom.
It is. Yeah, this would be great for Tom. It is. It is just. It's something, especially if you go in thinking it's going to be something like Big Trouble in Little China.
It got a 6 out of 10 on IMDb, guys.
I know, and I've been looking at that, and I'm like, really? Okay. Anyway, check it out. Showdown in Little Tokyo.
All right. Thanks, Mike. I'm sure Tom won't be checking that out anytime soon.
Well, I'm definitely going to wade into your recommendations a little more cautiously moving forward.
Well, let's.
Even though I like Killer Clowns, so I'm conflicted at the very least. So,
let's hear your recommendation, Tom. Yeah,
let's just movie snob it up. So my recommendation is a movie about the D-Day invasion. And it's about General Eisenhower and the British weatherman who was tasked with forecasting the weather of the D-Day invasion without the use of computers and satellites and all the stuff we have now. And it's a very interesting look at. It sounds really boring, but it sounds like a very interesting look at like weather forecasting in the 1940s, and it's got some really powerful war scenes, and it's weird because you know the end story, you know what happens with D-Day, but it's still a very compelling movie, and it's very interesting. And so it's called Pressure. It came out about a month ago, so it's still at some theaters. We still have it here at Ames at our mom and pop theater. But it stars Brendan Fraser and Carrie Condon and Andrew Scott, who's great as always. He's amazing. So anyway, Pressure. Check it out if you want to see a really good weather-based war movie. And Gabe, runtime is 140.
Oh, I can live through that.
Wow.
100 minutes. Yeah. It's tight.
Yeah.
It's very tight.
So, Tom, I just want to ask you,
yes.
Does it show the practice for the invasion? Because I get a feeling from the trailer.
It is the setup for the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
the tiger.
I don't want to say anything else. That was
no. Yeah. Operation Tiger is almost the what do you call it? The prologue to the movie.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've been wanting to watch it just because
I
I'm
sent
a history
Mike.
nerd.
Yeah, I sent Mike a text message like the after I watch it. I'm like, it's great.
Yeah, it's PG-13. The war scenes, I think, probably an R rating. They're a lot more violent than I thought they'd be. But I mean, it's war scenes, and I think teenagers should be able to watch this and appreciate what we went through.
It is the most dad movie of dad movies. It's a World War II movie where they fight about the weather. And it is no. I'm not knocking it as a negative. It is phenomenal. It is really, really good.
And to be said that, it sounds predictable. I was going to recommend Supergirl, but then I was like, no, I think I'm going to recommend something people may not have heard of. And now
Pressure is fantastic.
It is.
I will back your recommendation 100 times.
And I did not have Encino Man playing Dwight D. Eisenhower on my bingo card.
Hey, Magnum PI played Dwight D. Eisenhower, so why not?
Yeah. He is the Hamlet of American history.
Hamlet, that needs to go on a poster.
Okay, thanks, Tom. I think we're ready for Kyle's recommendation.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the formula the other judges were working with. Gabe, this movie is 1 hour and 24 minutes.
Wow,
it stars Victor Wong, who you would know as Egg Shen in Big Trouble in Little China, and features things like weaponized diarrhea, children having guns put in their face, spray painting a mask to hide against the white wall, playing a basketball game to 11 but spotting the other team 10 points. And it is three ninjas 1992.
Oh
I
my
watched
God.
this movie until the VHS fucking fell apart. I rewatched it last year and forgot that it basically starts with one of the kids' dads is like an FBI agent who's busting a wealthy white ninja who's trying to buy nuclear warheads, and it's all gravy from there. But yeah, man, Three Ninjas, Colt, Rocky, and Tum Tum. If you haven't seen it before, you should see it. Like I said, it's something. It's a movie.
It is.
Never heard of that one. It sounds interesting.
It's directed by the same guy who directed the National Treasure movies.
What?
Those are 10 times better.
Yeah. And he directed The Meg. Oh yeah. And he directed
The Meg is a popcorn movie.
The Kid with Bruce Willis. He directed Phenomenon with John Travolta. He directed Cool Runnings right after Three Ninjas.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Talk about it like smorgasbord.
Got a bobsled team.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, well, I've got a quick recommendation. It's another film directed. It was written by John Carpenter, but directed by someone else. It stars Tommy Lee Jones and Linda Hamilton, and it's called Black Moon Rising. Have any of you guys heard of this? Have you heard?
No.
It's
Black Moon Rising.
Yeah. It's not it's not a song. It's about a guy, Tommy Lee Jones, who's basically a criminal who's working for I think the CIA or the FBI, one of the two. And he is tasked with stealing some computer data from this corporation. And so he goes in and he kind of gets caught doing it, and so he puts it's like a tape, it's like a disc. This is in 1986, by the way. So it's like a disc, and he puts it in this experimental car called the Black Moon, and then it gets stolen by Linda Hamilton and her troupe of criminals, and he has to try to recover it. And one of the things, one of the interesting things in this to me is that it gets put into these towers. There are these two towers, and the car is stored in one of these towers. And then he has to try to steal it from one tower. And during the theft of this car, he gets caught, and he has to drive it out of one tower into the other tower. Does that sound familiar to anybody?
Fast and Furious.
Yes. It is like, when I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, Fast and Furious.
Like
just
8 or 9, whichever was.
I think it was like 7.
Okay.
I think it was 7.
Yeah,
I had it written down, but I don't have it in front of me. But it was like Fast and Furious just basically stole the whole concept. This fancy car gets stolen. It's stored by a rich man in a tower, and they have to steal it, and the only way they can get it out is jump to the other tower. I'm not kidding. It's exactly the same thing. I'm like, holy crap. This is not even, not that I ever thought that Fast and Furious was very original, but
no,
it was right out of this Black Moon Rising. And
I mean,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, there's nothing like seeing a Tommy Lee Jones and a Linda Hamilton sex scene, because that is what everyone has wanted to see. Yes, I have seen this movie.
Yes, it happens out of nowhere. It's
it's so
like
weird.
they hate each other, and then all of a sudden they're in bed together. It's like,
and it's
okay.
not like it's like 80s, in bed. So like they're naked and like it's weird. It's Tommy Lee Jones and Linda Hamilton.
Yes.
Is it like the sex scenes in The Room?
I don't remember those. Maybe
Oh,
intentionally.
Or is like
so-
having sex with her hip?
Yes.
It's more 80s. It's more 80s softcore.
Okay.
Where you
All right,
know they're
gotcha.
Yeah,
naked
they're-
and they're just kind of with
Gotcha.
blankets.
They're
and
under
blow-
these.
And then Tommy Lee Jones is like walking around without his shirt on, all like, "Hey," all sexy and stuff. And I'm like, no,
I know.
he's so young and thin in this movie.
He is, but his face
Oh
is
my
still 100
God.
years old.
He still looks like Tommy Lee Jones. It's
Yeah,
so
he's got this
weird.
straggly old face. It's like this guy looked like this I think at birth. He looked like an old man when he was born. Kind of like what's
It's like a
the
Knight
Benjamin
Rider,
Button,
like-
but his
Benjamin Button,
but
yeah.
only his body changes.
He has like it's a weird Knight Rider like car because it's super high
Yeah,
tech.
but it's
right?
not smart.
No,
it's
it's
not
not
smart.
smart.
It's just
No.
really fast.
It's just
and it
super
uses
fast and
hydrogen.
high tech. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's real small and like thin looking, right?
Yeah.
I gotta go
Yeah.
look this car up because it's the dumbest
Yeah.
looking car.
But-
There it is.
Black,
I
Black
found it.
Moon. Yeah, all you have to do is look up Black Moon and
Oh
it'll
my
come up.
god, the car
And-
is so dumb.
It was kind of entertaining. I kind of enjoyed it. It had the same kind of John Carpenter like pacing problems. It was a little bit slow at times, but then every once in a while they'd have a car chase and it was kind of cool. And it's interesting because this is after Linda Hamilton had been in Terminator. Now I don't know if she was well known by that point. You know, she was famous because of the Terminator. But my God, she looked exactly the same. She 80s, the whole 80s hairdo kind of thing. She looked exactly the same. But I found it kind of it was an entertaining watch, and it was kind of interesting to see. You know, so some of the cinematography I thought was actually really good. I thought it was very beautifully shot, and they did these action scenes, which I thought they handled pretty well. So
The car is a Volkswagen.
It is a Volkswagen. There it
really,
is.
I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah, it's an '86 Volkswagen. Oh my
There
god!
you go. I threw
Yeah.
it in. There you go.
Look at that. There it
You
is.
can see that
Yes.
beautiful thing.
Yeah. You guys should look up the Black Moon car from the movie. Yeah,
Oof.
it's
It looks
pretty
like-
interesting.
It looks like my iPhone when I plug it in too long.
Your iPhone is probably smarter than that car.
Not according to the battery life indicator.
True. But your phone doesn't run off of hydrogen, so you know.
Not yet.
So anyway, yeah, I recommend Black Moon Rising.
Excellent.
So I think I do think we are at the point of the show where we determine who won this bout. So do we poke a monkey for this?
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Your winner by decision is Big Trouble in Little China!
We're all shocked over here.
Yeah, and
We're all.
to be honest, it wasn't close. It was 13-3.
Yeah. We're all
So-
winners this time around. Yay.
Yeah. So it was not that close.
What was the tagline from Alien versus Predator? No matter who wins, we lose.
Yeah.
I think that's how Tom feels
Yeah.
about this.
I agree.
I mean, it's fine, you know. I mean, on the plus side, we never have to do these movies again. So
That's true. And you know, another small tidbit of trivia is that I recommended They Live in episode 139 a few years ago.
you
Yeah.
bastard.
I know. That's how bad my taste is.
You-
I actually
you-
recommended it. I almost recommended it last month too.
You know, when we call you an ignorant slut, we're just joking. You don't have to keep proving it.
Right. I know. I'm proud of being an ignorant slut. So you know,
Clearly.
but more the slut part than the ignorant part. But
Oh my.
Hey, you know what? They're not mutually exclusive.
oh, Oh, they're not mutually exclusive. Let's just say that.
Yeah, you
So-
can be promiscuous and stupid.
It's true.
Yes, I prefer to be both. All right, Cinesmacketeers, we would appreciate it if you could leave us a review on whatever podcasting service you use. It helps us reach new listeners. If you like us, tell your friends. If you hate us, tell your enemies. I have a feeling a lot of enemies are going to be hearing from us. You can contact us at cinesmack@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Just search Cinesmack. In August, we go all post-apocalyptic with Kevin Costner, pitting Waterworld against The Postman. For Kyle, Mike, Andrew, Tom, and myself, thanks for listening, and go catch a flick. And before we leave, I just want to say our hearts go out to our friend and former panelist, Nick Strickland, and his family in these trying times. We're thinking about you.
I like Wang.
No, I did not assassinate Kennedy. That was me. I didn't even recognize my own damn voice. That was me. I did not.
MK Ultra, and you.
Yeah, I did not.
That.
I did not assassinate Kennedy.
I did not kill Kennedy. I did not.
I definitely did not. Do not look into that.
Oh, hi,
any
Lyndon
further.
B. Johnson.
This has been a test of the Southsider Studios podcast system. This was only a test. If this were a true lack of entertainment, your head would explode. Go to iTunes and subscribe to our feed. Just search Southsider Studios.